Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be doing Uvalde from HackMyVm. This is box short, belt solid easy. And yeah, let's get on to the video. So, over my terminal here, I'm starting to gain its governments are 10.0.0.1/24/IT0. Doing this, we do type the box 10.0.0.240, so do Control-Shift-Z to read map scan. So do MMISSC for default scripts. My CV information was count ports and IP. Doing this, I'll do my CV verbose. Look at port 2, port 2 and open for FTP, port 2 versus SH, and also port 8 for HTTP. Look at this, we do get an agency here for start bootstrap. I'm going to start by doing some manual enumeration, looking for end users. And it doesn't seem like we do anything. This is just a basic template that we do have for bootstrap. So I'm going to control your source code. And it doesn't seem like doing anything. So I'm going to start by doing some more enumeration. We're going to get GoBuster. So the GoBuster door mode once you into the IP address, we'll do -74/user share word list or buster directory list with medium.txt, we'll do such as HTML, TXT, and also PHP. Looking back at that map scan, we have port 2 open for FTP, and this is VSFTPD 3.0.3. I did allow anonymous FTP login. We do a file for output. Also did log in with the user as FTP. So I'm guessing the password is going to be for like FTP, right? FTP for the username and the password for FTP. Here we did port 2 for SH. This is open in SH for Debian. Port open for HTTP, and this is running Apache. So before looking at the GoBuster, I do want to do like a wget -r for recursive for FTP. We do 10.0.0.240. We'll specify port 21. You'll see that it does get all the files for files that are hidden, and also just normal files such as the output file that we did see from here, right? I'm cd into 10.0.0.240, and here we only do have one file. So to get this, we do have the ID command ran by Matthew. We also do have the distro for Debian. It is run ID command. We do have Matthew as user. We also did run toilet command, which does allow to we do have the font for Mono 12, which it does like HackMyVm, basically just prints out a banner, right? Toilet, and instead for the banner, I guess this is going to be for the font, or I'm not sure if this one's the font or this one's the font, but one of these is the font. Just prints out HackMyVm, right? And they did run the X command, which is just exiled the SSH session. So looking back at the GoBuster, we have index.php, images login.php, user.php, mail, JS, success.php, create account.php. Some servers in login.php. Here we do have a username and also a password. So I'm going to start by testing out for like, try admin or admin pass. Doesn't give us anything. I'll try like admin password. Doesn't give us anything. Also do have a create account.php. So I'm going to just copy this. We'll do 10.0.0.240 from create account.php. And here we can choose the username. So we can start by testing for like admin. It does seem like the username does exist. So also to have another user here as Matthew. So I'm going to start by testing if Matthew has an account under here. So just for Matthew, and the username does exist for Matthew. So I'll just start by testing for, we'll do proxy programmer. We do have a successful registration. Looking at the URL, we do have a success.php, and we do have base64. So I'm going to copy this. I'll just clear my terminals here. I'm just going to echo this and pipe this out to base64 -d. So here we do have a username and also a password parameter. Also do have this and, so it just allows us to use two parameters for the username parameter and also that password parameter. Looking at the password, we have the password followed by 2023 at 8380. So the question I have about this is that we don't know if this is using a random, if this is going to be like 8381 or 8382, right? So I'm not sure if this is going in order, or is this is just choosing a random generated sequence of the numbers, right? So we can start by testing that. So I'm just going to go to, I'll just go to login. Just go to create account again. So I can create an account. I'll do this for proxy. So I'm just going to copy this. I do want to test if the passwords are going to be the same. So we'll just go echo this. We'll just pipe this out to base64 -d. We do have the username as proxy, the password as proxy 2023. Under here, we do have proxy programmer 2023 at 8380. This one is 6327. So we do know that this is going to be generated randomly. So I do want to do the same thing for Matthew so we can actually log in. So just to confirm, I also do want to check if this is my password. So we can just go to login.php. We'll go to proxy. And that does seem to be the password for the user that I did create, which is proxy. So first, we're going to start by using bash so we can actually create a one-liner and also use wfuzz to fuzz for the parameter for the username and also the password parameter. In this case, those parameters was this. So I'm basically just going to fuzz for username and password. Password is going to equal to proxy 2023 at, we're going to be using wfuzz. We can just put fuzz here and use our word list to fuzz for the parameter, which can be that for randomized four-digit number, right? That we can fuzz for. So I'm going to start by creating a for loop. So I'll do for I in, and for I in is going to allow us to basically create a sequence of numbers. So we do know that this is going to be 4 digits, so it's in the thousands. So we can just do 1,000 to, we'll do this to 10,000. So basically it's just going to loop through a number for 1,000 to 10,000. We wanted to do echo. We do want to echo, which can be for that I, since we did name it for I, so we can do $I. We can just do done. You'll see that it does generate from each individual line from 1,000 to 10,000. So we can just output this to numbers.txt, got this numbers.txt, and now we do have this info file. Next thing that we need to do, I'm starting using wfuzz, so do wfuzz, we'll do -x, so you can specify a GET request or a POST request. In this case, we are sending data to the server, so you specify a POST request, right? POST request lets us use that, or specify that username and also the parameter, right? We use that username and the password parameter that we're going to use right now. Since we're sending to the server, I did want to send those parameters, which is going to be for that username and password. So username is going to equal to, which we did have, which was proxy or Matthew, right? So we did have for Matthew, specify and is going to allow us to specify another parameter for password. Password is what's going to equal to what, Matthew 2023. We can specify fuzz. Fuzz is going to allow us to use that numbers.txt, which we did generate, to loop through the numbers until it does find the right password for Matthew. In this case, we'll do -u, do http 10.0.0.240. We do have this on login.php. So overall, we do have the -x for the post request, -d for the parameters for username and also the password. It's equal to Matthew at 2023. At fuzz, which is going to find that the sequence of numbers, that 4-digit sequence of numbers, using -w for word list for numbers.txt, -u for the URL, we'll do -hw for 0. So in this case, we do have the 103, we do this for 103. We do get this for 1554. So we do have the password here, so I'm just going to copy this. Do 1554. Now we do have the password for Matthew 2023 at 1554. So now we'll test this. We'll do Matthew. We do the password, and that does seem to be the right password. Instead of trying this under this login.php, I'm going to try this for SSH. So I'll clear my terminals here. So we'll do SSH into Matthew. We'll do at 10.0.0.240. We'll do yes. As the password, we do ID, and now we're under Matthew. So I'm starting running a sudo myself. Here we do have a /bin/bash against superhack. So I'm just going to cut this out. We do have basically this is just printing using the printf to print out hacking progress against a fake domain, and just printing out a target domain, basically that domain that we have .php, and echoing that we need to pay Bitcoin to this address, right, to unlock the backdoor. So I'm just going to sudo myself, just run this, see what this is. So do sudo -u, run this as root. We have domain to hack, I'll do test. So this is just printing URL, we have test. .php, and here's the Bitcoin address to pay to unlock the backdoor. So I'm gonna cd into opt. Under here, we do have a super hack, so I'm just gonna remove the super hack. It does allow us to remove that super hack. So here, I do want to create a SUID binary, so I'm just gonna echo chmod. We'll do u+s. U+s can allow us to run that SUID binary for bin/bash or any binary that we do want. We'll do this for super hack. If I do sudo myself, I am matching that super hack. So I do have the super hack, which is the same name that we do have for super hack. So do sudo mysu, run this as root. We'll do for bin/bash against super hack. Now we can run else myself against bin/bash. You'll see that bin/bash now has a SUID binary privileges. We do ID, now we'll do root, cd back, cd into root. Now this is my installation, cat root.txt. Well, guys, pretty much in the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next one.